Welcome to another low skills, low budget episode of Jim's Random. I'm your host, Jim. Today, I'm actually going to be doing the top 10 heavy metal / thrash records of the 80s. These are my picks, no particular order. Normally I do the mountain bike stuff just because that's what I've really been into, really enjoying. But I wanted to get this out too, just because it's something else I'm into. And again, no particular order, my opinions. Feel free to share anything you think should have been in that top 10, anything in your top 10, and let's get started. Okay, so my first pick from the pile is Power Slave. This record is actually from 1984. I had to look at my little cheat sheet there. But this album is amazing. Some of the main songs on here, obviously, Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Power Slave, Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Those are the major ones off this album. Again, I can't even tell you how many times I've listened to this. So that is definitely a strong one. Got that little bit in there too, just so you can see that. Got the record nicely tucked away. And I also had this little trinket in there too. This is actually a ticket stub. This is from January 7th, 1985. Saw Iron Maiden on the Power Slave tour. Amazing. Number 9, in no particular order, we have Exodus, Bonded by Blood. This album was done in 1985, and it was just unbelievable. I never heard anything like that before. You got Bonded by Blood, and then there were None, A Lesson in Violence, Metal Command, all of them, Piranha, No Love, Deliver Us to Evil, Strike of the Beast. Everything was just crazy on here, and they took thrash to a whole new level. Paul Baloff was just an absolute beast. And got this here. And another nice part, you got the green label on Combat. Got that one from Spinner's Record Shop, fantastic record shop. They got more stuff than I can afford. Number 8, in no particular order, 1987's Anthrax, Among the Living. This album, I actually bought this at a record store in the 80s. So this one has actually seen a little bit of abuse. But this is another one. Among the Living, Caught in a Mosh, I Am the Law, Eiffel Nicofessen, NFL, Skeletons in the Closet, Indians, One World, ADI, Horror of It All, Imitation of Life. Everything on here is just stellar. So that one, that's a strong one. Got those goodies. Got that there. This was on Island, Megaforce. So again, another strong one. Number 7, can you guess? In no particular order, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. Can't have top 10 of the 80s without this in here. Some of the songs on here, I Don't Know, Crazy Train, Goodbye to Romance, D, Suicide Solution, Mr. Crowley, No More Bone Movies, Revelations, Steal Away the Night, everything on this album, just pure magic. Ozzy kind of reinvented himself and came out swinging. This was on Jet Records, and everything on it just stellar. His voice amazing, the band was amazing, so can't go wrong with that one. Number 6, in no particular order, this raging slab of goodness, and Justice for All. This was done in 1988, and it's just devastating. Side 1, Blacken, and Justice for All. Side 2, Eye of the Beholder. 1. Side 3, Shortest Straw, Harvester of Sorrow. The Frayed Ends of Sanity. Side 4, To Live is to Die. Dyer's Eve. What do you say? I mean, that was just incredible. I was lucky enough to see this tour They were on the Monsters of Rock tour, and it wasn't even fair to the other bands. And that tour, I saw them, I don't know what year it was, 89, somewhere around there. It was Dokken, Kingdom Come, Scorpions, and Van Halen. Metallica was the second band to come on, and they just annihilated everyone, just killed everyone. Ask any of the bands they toured with, they'll probably agree with you to this day. Everyone was wearing their like colorful clothes and goofy clothes, and the crazy hair, and Metallica just came out with jeans and pummeled they pummeled the stadium, where it was a stadium show, and everyone could have left happy after Metallica closed, because they just killed everyone. So fantastic album, can't discount it. And here we have 1986's Slayer, Rain and Blood. You've got little tidbits on here like Angel of Death, Piece by Piece, Necrophobic, Altar of Sacrifice, Jesus Saves, Criminally Insane, Reborn, Epidemic, Postmortem, and Rain and Blood. This band, I don't have to say anything about them. You know what's up with that. So, nice Def Jam recording. Got that tucked away too, looking good. A lot of my favorite Slayer songs are actually on this record. Excuse me while I get that. Jesus Saves, probably one of my favorites. Altar of Sacrifice, obviously Angel of Death, so, you know, stunning. Moving on to number 4 in no particular order, we have this gem. This was done in 1984. This is Motorhead, No Remorse. I'm just going to show you all these songs here because everyone is just pure gold. I'm happy with this. Got the gold stamp promo on there. You can see that. Just a couple. Ace of Spades, Motorhead, Jailbait, Stay Clean, every single one of them. Overkill, Stone Deaf Forever, Like a Nightmare, Emergency, Steal Your Face, Bomber, Iron Fist, Shine, Dancing, everything. Just look at it. So this is kind of a compilation record, but it's got nothing but pure gold on there. It's on the bronze label. So, got your lyrics to the songs. Couple pictures. And that was kind of my introduction to Motorhead too. That I actually bought on cassette at a record shop in the 80s at some point, and that was kind of my introduction to Motorhead. So what a way to start things off. After that, it was nothing but a love affair. Definitely recommend that. Can't go wrong with it. Number 3 in no particular order, Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. This was the second album with Ronnie James Dio. A lot of people talk about Heaven and Hell being, you know, the Black Sabbath album with Dio. Mob Rules is just a whole new level. As far as I'm concerned, I love Heaven and Hell too, but you've got things like Falling Off the Edge of the World, Voodoo, The Mob Rules, Sign of the Southern Cross, Slipping Away, one of the greatest songs I think, Turn Up the Night, Country Girl, Over and Over. Dio's voice, I don't need to say anything about that. Yeah, everyone knows it's fantastic. Tony Iommi playing was at next level. The whole band was just solid, and I think they totally changed their sound. And a lot of people, Ozzy era Sabbath fans, they don't like this, but I think they're insane. I will defend Dio era Sabbath as long as I have to. This was done on Warner Brothers, and just fantastic album. It's just, you cannot go wrong with that album. If you haven't heard it, you need to. So that's my opinion on that one. Again, cannot go wrong with Mob Rules. Fantastic. Number 2 in no particular order. What can I say? Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. The music, the artwork. Let's look here, shall we? Invaders, Children of the Damned, The Prisoner, 22 Acacia Avenue. That's side 1. Side 2, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Gangland, Hallowed Be Thy Name. Every song on here, pure gold. Bruce Dickinson's voice, the whole band, everyone in that era was just killing it. So a lot of people will say peace of mind, they'll say this, they'll say that. How can you go wrong with Number of the Beast? This was Bruce Dickinson's debut with Iron Maiden 2, and can you imagine that's your debut album? And as we all know, we know what happened to Iron Maiden. They're still touring the world, selling out arenas and stadiums wherever they go. There's a reason for it. And we've come to my number one, in no particular order, thrash / heavy metal album of the 80s. What can I say? How can you not put this on there? Here we have Kill 'Em All from Metallica. Let's see some of the tidbits on this one. Hit the Lights, The Four Horsemen, Motor Breath, Jump in the Fire, Anesthesia Pulling Teeth, Whiplash. That's just side 1. Side 2, Phantom Lord, No Remorse, Seek and Destroy, Metal Militia. That's probably one of the blueprint albums of thrash, in my humble opinion. So how can you not have that one on there? This was done on Megaforce. Got the silver label on that. I actually got this thing off Etsy of all places for 15 or 20 bucks. Can't go wrong with that one. That was one of my rare finds. So plays great, fantastic. So there you have it. There's my top 10 heavy metal / thrash records of the 80s. If you like what you see, please hit that like and subscribe button. To all my mountain bike friends, it's metal. It's okay. You can accept metal and mountain bikes too, right? Right? Hopefully.